allowing this container to grow and expand and encircle this magnificent planet. Encircle your own heart. Encircle the heart of your neighbor standing or sitting next to you. Just feel that infinite space, welcoming truth. And in gratitude for this opportunity to be still and know, in gratitude for so much more, I invite you to know with me that this is right here, right now, truly done. And in agreement we say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. I'm going to invite Shay Sun to come forward for our inspirational reading.
Good morning, Unity.
Good morning.
It is now time for our inspirational reading, a time to let these words become part of your morning reflection, your morning prayer. I invite you in this moment to take a deep breath and to pause, to close your eyes if you wish. I invite you to let these words become your words. The affirmation for today is, I am open to the flow of divine ideas. I am creative. Unity minister and author Eric Butterworth wrote, all that we can achieve comes from the infinite creative mind. Knowing this, I open myself to the flow of divine ideas and to my innate ability to create. Creativity involves much more than the art of painting, music, or writing. The creative process expresses itself as everything I do. I can be innovative, nurturing ideas into reality, and bringing them to completion. I can plan and prepare a delicious meal. I can organize the work I'm doing today. I can rearrange my furniture or knit a new sweater. Creativity is alive and active in every aspect of my life. I open myself to the flow of divine ideas and celebrate that I am creative. Once again, the affirmation for today is, I am open to the flow of divine ideas. I am creative. Please know this with me. I am open to the flow of divine ideas. I am creative. Thank you.
Tough act to follow. Good morning, Unity and Marin. Good morning. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Reverend Deanne, for your opening prayer. And thank you, Reverend Deanne, for your award-winning book. Not one award, not 2 awards, but 3 different awards for this book so far. So get your copy in the bookstore today. We are all part of the welcome team, correct? Yep. All right. If you see someone you don't recognize, please introduce yourself, say hi, say hello, let them feel welcome at Unity Marin. Shay has a friend here. We're going to say hi to her. Like I said, tough act to follow. We connect at Unity Marin with text. We connect welcomes, the text welcome to 415-991-7111, and Reverend Deanne will get that directly on her phone, and she'll be able to respond to you and say hi as well. There's also a little tear off at the back of the program, which you received today, which if you leave that in the offertory basket, we'll connect with you and love you as much as we possibly can. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at unityandmarin.com. I talked about the spiritual connection card, and now let's take a moment to go into our vision and mission and core values. So please state this with me. A world spiritually awakened and transformed through realizing our divine potential. And the mission here at Unity in Marin is a loving community dedicated to spiritual growth, inclusivity, and service. We honor and care for ourselves, each other, and the natural world. And our core values are connectivity, inclusivity, and authenticity. And our authenticity value, we are being true to ourselves, our values, and spirit. So together, we share our voice, gifts, and talents with vulnerability and humility. We value honesty and take responsibility for our choices. And we nurture trust by aligning our actions with our values. Thank you, Unity in Marin, for being so authentic. We have many upcoming events. You can whip out your camera phone and take a picture of all these different events happening, the visioning workshop, the concert this Wednesday, wonderful concert with Matt Venuti. We'll hear a little bit more about that later. Father's Day, Juneteenth, Gay Pride, monthly Prosperity Co-Creator Circle, and the Stoll Project with Dr. Cindy Acker. Big month here at Unity in Marin. Was that for me? Today's sponsor is Beverly Weinkoff and Joanne Germain, in honor and dedicated to their parents, Ken and Betty, and their example of lasting love, which we see that in Bev all the time. And hospitality sponsors, please visit Charcel outside in the courtyard. You can't miss her. And sign up. We also like to welcome Wally and Dylan. Wally and Dylan, please stand up. Let's say hello.
So come on up here, both of you. So we said goodbye to Reese last Sunday, and we have two new individuals who are going to be here every Sunday to help us with setup and set us with hospitality. So Wally and Dylan, everybody say hello. Need to see you. All right, thank you. So if you see them walking around, just know that they are, that's Dylan and that's Wally. So they are Brandon, they are working with Brandon to be able to set up for us beforehand and to handle hospitality and all of those wonderful, wonderful things. So we're always evolving, changing, and growing, yes? Always new things happening here. I'm going to invite our guest vocalist today is the fabulous Sharon Henderson and her wonderful husband, along with Jeremy is going to be supporting them, so come on down.
Greetings. It is so good to be back with you. And as I always say, God is all there is nothing else, regardless of appearances. And I often say in this philosophy, I'm so glad that I found Science of Mind maybe 25, maybe close to 30 years ago, and came into an understanding to see more clearly what God is, who God is, and what God is in my life, and understand that I am God. I am the creative force of God. And I want to bring I Can See Clearly today because I love this song. Is that okay? All right. So. All right, yes, put your hands together. Act like you know something up in here. Yes. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see no obstacles in my sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see no obstacles in my way. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, now it is a bright, bright, sunshiny day, 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 real, 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 real bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, real, 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 real bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Oh, that was fun, huh? So today we're going to be looking at this idea of what it means to actually be creative. It's one of our core principles that we are creative beings, made in the image and likeness. There is only one power, one presence. So if that power and that presence is a creative power, then guess what? So are we. We are a creative power. And I think we forget that a lot, actually. I think we forget just how powerful we are in our own experience and also in how we are impacting each other and the world. And so yesterday, I spent the afternoon, my wife and I spent the afternoon with our godchild. It was her 9th birthday. And Chris and I were both dressed up as the queendom, the dragon queens of Wings of Fire. And it's a big deal with that age group, right? The Wings of Fire. And so there was a whole treasure hunt with all the different kingdoms. And I was in charge of the kingdom of the sea, and Chris was in charge of the kingdom of the sand. And we had a great time. And in the midst of all of this, after we have finished the treasure hunt and there's snacks and the kids are crazy, right? 15 9-year-old girls and one boy running around like lunatics, screaming at the top of their lungs. JD and Ken have this swing, right, on their deck. And you look at that and you think, well, okay, there's this swing, right? And so how you might get into that swing is sort of how you see Roma in here right now, right? Sitting and she's swinging, right? And then she might get a little bit more creative, right? Doing a little bit something more, right? And then this is what we're being invited into. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So where are you creating from? Are you creating from the place where you already know exactly what it is that you want? You already know exactly what it is that it's going to look like. You already have figured out what the answer is. Can anybody in here relate to this? We get stuck. We get stuck in the old narrative. And we think that we know. But honestly, we don't really know anything, do we? I mean, that's the point of this journey, is that we're discovering all the time that life is this magnificent mystery. And it's constantly surprising me. Is it surprising you too? So can we embrace that? Can we make that part of how we understand how we show up in the world? So that maybe when we see a swing sitting there, that maybe the way we sit into it is like this, right? Or like that. Or like that. Yeah, this is Joshua, the younger son. Now, the thing that I know gets in the way of my being willing to embrace the unknown is fear, right? And particularly on that swing, it would be fear of hurting my body temple, right? Like watching what the kids were doing on that thing, right? The fear of, oh, no, I can't do that. That's not part of what I'm capable of. Is that really true? And I just really want us to sit with that. We make all these decisions based on our age, based on our experiences, based on who we're in relationship with, who our community is, and we think that that's it, that we're set. And it's fear that holds us back from exploring what else is possible. How free could I have felt on that swing if I had been able to get the kids off of it, number one, to be able to get on it and play on it. So in Unity, we understand that fear, the flip side of fear is faith, right? The flip side of fear is faith. If we have faith in that creator presence that is alive as my life, then I truly do have nothing to fear. The scripture, whom shall I fear? I will fear nothing. I will fear nothing. So in Unity, we understand fear as false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. I think that that is going to be the way it's going to happen. But is that actually true? It is my fear deciding something for me. So Steve Jobs. So now we're sort of getting a sense of creativity, but the part that I want to invite us into is innovation. And Steve Jobs describes it this way. He says, innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat. Everyone breathe with me on that. Because when change happens, we almost immediately see it as something that is threatening the things that we already know, the way of life that we may have already become adapted to, the things that we hold near and dear. And so that can we see change not as something to fear, but truly as an opportunity for something new to be able to arise. And I'm not going to lie to you, this takes practice, right? It takes practice to be able to see something happening and to be able to say to yourself, this is an opportunity. this really is not fun right now. I am really uncomfortable right now. But this is an opportunity for me to grow and to evolve and to be something larger than I am. And if it's true for me personally, it's also true for us as a collective. That as a collective, when we are willing to see change as an opportunity rather than a threat, this is how we change the world. This is how we are able to step into something completely new. This is how we're able to take the ideas and the energy of the young folks all around us and bring that into our life, not dismissing it and saying, we already know all that. You'll figure it out soon enough. You'll get to where I am eventually. Would we really want that for the next generation? Would we really want them to get to where we are eventually? I don't. I want the next generation to shoot past me. I want them to be greater than I am. Not the same as me. But it means that I have to be willing to really listen and be present and navigate whatever's coming up for me. So Ken and I were watching the kids playing on this thing, right? And they're they're cocooning themselves in it. And then other kids are just whipping them around while they're cocooned and spinning them in circles. And they're sort of flying all around the deck. And they're figuring out, they're taking turns and everything. And I'm sitting next to Ken and I said, this is looking a little something. And he looked at me and he said, somebody will get hurt and they'll stop. And I thought, yeah, right? Isn't that how we learn? Right? If we had tried to stop them from playing on that swing, it would have been an uproar. So what eventually did happen? Somebody got hurt, right? So one of the girls got into the thing, but she didn't cocoon herself completely. And then the kids started pushing her around. And there was another little girl. She took it like a stunt woman, I got to tell you. She took two feet right in her chest, just poof, and knocked her right over. And so the adults step in and say, we're done with innovation, right? The way these kids were innovating, we're done with innovation. We tie the swing up into a big knot, right? And there's no argument from the kids. Because they see, right? They see something. And then the little girl who took it like a stunt woman finishes crying and walks over to that knotted thing and starts trying to undo it. Now, what if we all did that? Because all too often, when we get knocked over or we're hurt, we don't re-engage. We check out. We go away. Oh, no. As soon as she got herself together, she went back over there and she's trying to undo it. And all the adults are like, no. We're not doing that anymore. It's staying knotted. So what did the kids start doing? They started swinging on it, knotted. They just kept innovating. They just kept coming at it again and again and again. What if that was the energy that we brought into our own life? I think what happens is none of those kids cared about what they looked like. None of those kids cared that when they got dumped out of the cocoon, most of them couldn't walk because they were so dizzy, and they're like crawling across the deck. They didn't care. It was about the experience of what they were involved in, and they were having so much fun. It was so infectious. It was so joyous. So they weren't in a headspace deciding something. They were in this intuitive awareness and just playing. They were bringing joy to something. And if the fear did come up, they didn't let it decide for them what they were going to do or what they were not going to do. Innovation is seeing what everybody has seen and thinking what nobody has thought. Looking at the things that seem so familiar, that seem so ordinary, and being able to take a hammock and tie it in a knot and turn that into a completely different game where what they were doing was spinning around with like their knees up because like it's so close to the ground and just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until they wanted to throw up, right? Fun. But they were, the adults are thinking, we tied it up, the swing is over. Right? They were able to look at something and see it anew. See it not as a shutting down, but as an opportunity for a different way to continue to be in the world, to be the joy, to be the light, to be the love. So Ernest Holmes says this, which I think is really interesting. Developing confidence in ourselves, because that's what these kids had, right? They were so confident that they could just have fun. Developing confidence in ourselves requires that we must have confidence in that something which is greater than we are. Then we will have spiritual self-reliance. And when this is done, the lesser must always submit to the greater. Weakness will give way to strength. Despair will turn to hope. Hate will become love. Failure will become success. And sickness will transform into health. Can we feel that space within us that is spiritually self-reliant? That it doesn't need circumstances and situations to make it okay. That no matter what is happening, we are okay. We're better than okay. We get hit in the chest by flying feet, and we get dumped on the ground, and we're crying, and we get back up again, and we go right back into the thing to make it ours in some way. So how do we activate our intuition? How do we activate our spiritual self-reliance? How do we bring that peace online for ourselves in a way? Because I think all too often we have been taught to take our creative, intuitive urges and channel all of that through our ego. And we allow our ego to decide, yes, no, maybe, I'm not so sure. Those kids were not filtering in any way, shape, or form. And the innovation and creativity that they came up with was just mind-boggling. And they were engaged in that for like over an hour, right? Like it was just something that kept them engaged. So I want to introduce the life visioning process. I have shared this with people before. I'm doing a workshop today, so if you want to stick around at noon, I'm going to be doing a more in-depth dive into this. But this process, developed by Michael Beckwith at Agape, is really designed to ask the bigger question. The bigger question, not what we think the answer is. Can you feel the difference? But to ask the questions. And so the first question is, what is the divine vision of my life? Not my human vision, but the divine vision for my life. Can we bring our spiritual self-reliance into this conversation? And then we get to ask ourselves, as we begin to catch something, the edges of something, again, our mind wants to tell us what it is. Right? And I think I've shared this when I did a visioning process at Agape, and I saw a a woman who I knew, she was giving me a script, right? And I was like, oh, she's meant to be my agent. You know, we come up with like the answer to it. And I connected with her, and she did actually become my agent, but that wasn't why she and I needed to connect. She and I then built a youth conservatory program, arts conservatory program at Agape. And we ran that for 4 years. That was what we were there to connect with. The script wasn't about me getting a role in a TV show. The script was about what we were going to be creating with these kids so that they could become these fabulous artistic folks. And it wasn't until after that I kind of saw it. So we always want to try to avoid letting the mind decide what they think, what we think it is. And it's always about staying in the question. So even as we get the texture of what this vision might be, we then have to ask ourselves 3 very practical questions. And that's why I love this process. Because the practical questions are, what must I become to manifest this vision? Because if I was already it would already be manifested, right? So what do I need to become? What do I need to discover? What do I need to embrace? What do I need to welcome into my world in a way that I haven't done till now? And what do I need to release to manifest this vision? What is it that I'm holding on to that is preventing this vision from actually coming into being? And the third one is, what talents and gifts do I already have that I am not fully activating? So can you feel how practical these 3 things are? What do I want to become? What do I need to let go of? And what do I already have? And that gives us the thing for our mind to focus on. That gives us something for our ego to say, oh, okay, now I know what I need to, quote unquote, do. I need to release these things. I need to stand in my capacity to be more organized. I need to become someone who trusts their vision of what my home could look like if I did a new interior design for it. Right? Can you feel what you're being invited into? So the vision as you catch it, the way I describe it, and I have shared it, you might, if you've taken the class, you've seen these slides before, but it really encapsulates it. So you do a visioning, and you catch like one piece of a mosaic. You get one little piece of it, this blue piece maybe, or the orange piece. We want to decide what we think it is. Can we actually tell what that is? We can't really tell what it is, but we want to. We have to resist that. We have to stay open to the vision. What is it? What could it be? And then we keep visioning. And we start to get a couple more pieces of the vision. Can we still tell what it is? Not yet, right? And then we keep visioning, and we get a few more pieces. Oh, now something's starting to take shape. I can start to see that there's something there that's recognizable. Do we still know what it is? Starting to, maybe, and we keep visioning. It didn't like that. There we go. And then we begin to see a bigger picture. So this process is exactly that, a process. It's not a one and done, which I know we all love, but it is a process that you're invited into again and again. What is the divine idea of my life? What am I being invited to be? What am I being invited to release? And what do I already have? If you do this process every morning as part of your morning practice, I guarantee you that your life will be transformed. Guarantee that your life will be transformed. What is the divine idea? What do I need to become? What do I need to release? And what do I already have? So, what it allows is for space. Because most of us really lock ourselves in, right? We put ourselves in little boxes. This is how much I can do. This is how much I can afford. This is how much. Spaciousness is where transformation can actually happen. And the thing is that we don't make it happen. We make it welcome. We create a place within ourselves where the divinity that we are already can fully express itself. So it's not like we're chasing something out there. Anybody in here feel as if your dreams or your visions for your life are like over there? They're not. There's nothing over there, right? There's nothing over there. Everything is right here. So this is a process, a really powerful process that will actually make it welcome to you. Actually allow you to be it, not chase it. Anybody in here tired of chasing? I'm tired of chasing, all right? Holding on is believing there is only the past. Letting go is believing in the future. And that is my invitation to all of us. Can we believe in the future? Are we willing to let go in thinking that the past is everything? Can we believe in possibility, in potential, in something radically new, radically different, showing up in our life and in all of our relationships? Wouldn't that be fun if we didn't already know? Wouldn't it be fun to be surprised? This is what I'm inviting us into. If you can't physically do this, I want you to just embrace the energy of it. Okay? Just embrace the energy of it, right? The next thing she's going to start doing is spinning on her head, right? So just trusting in that there is more than you have ever imagined available to you. Stop selling yourself short. Stop selling yourself and this world short. Because I know that I personally need every single gift and talent and unique expression that you have on this planet. I know it will make my world a better place. Can we say yes to showing up for each other so that we can be this joyful and this experimental and this innovative? And it asks us to let it go. Let it go. Vision, passion, inspiration, intuition. This is your God self. Can you feel that? This is your God self. This is who we have come here to be. We have all come here to be this. So I have this one last quote, which I loved. God speaks to each of us as God makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You, sent out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. Flare up like a flame and make big shadows I can move in. Shall we make some big shadows? Can we flare up like a flame? Because that is who we have all come here to be. So let's take this into our time of meditation. And we'll do a really quick version of the visioning process. So just inviting you to take a breath. And I know it's hard to do. We say, like, empty the mind. What I'm going to invite you into is, what if you actually just center in your heart? Letting your mind take a little bit of a break. It'll have lots to do later, I promise. And just centering in our heart space. And just opening into the divine potential that is the very truth of our beingness. It's who we truly are. So you don't have to really become anything. You are being invited to reveal something about yourself. So as we touch this heart space, we just invite this question. What's the God idea? What's the divine vision? What's the love idea? Any of these words, whatever works for you. For my life. Bigger. What's the biggest idea of my life? Just open to smells or colors. Maybe it's a feeling tone that you get, a sense of being that makes itself known. And we just continue to breathe into the question, allowing whatever is arising to arise. We don't have to figure it out, nothing to figure out. We're allowing the mystery to inform. We are welcoming the mystery. What does the divine idea of your life feel like, taste like? Maybe a word or a phrase or a color or a sound. We invite the question, what am I being invited to become, so that this, whatever you're catching, no matter how ephemeral it feels, how can this become more present in my life? What do I need to become? What do I need to allow? What am I being invited to reveal so that this divine idea can be revealed? And what do I need to let go of? What am I being invited to release? What no longer serves? Maybe it did until this point in time. But right now, what do I need to release in this moment? And the last question is, what do I already have? Who do I already know myself to be? What skills, what abilities, what practices, what beingness can we bring right now so that this divine idea continues to inform and develop and reveal itself in ways that we can understand? What am I invited to reveal? What am I invited to release? And what do I know I already have? And just welcome that idea, the divine idea again, just knowing it's going to continue to inform past this moment, speaking in ways that you are able to access and understand. And the invitation right now is to just be willing, be willing. Be willing to become, be willing to release, be willing to stand in the fullness of who you truly are. And it is in that willingness that I know a way is made. I know the largest vision of our individual lives and our collective understanding is being made manifest right now. Oh, how good that is, and how grateful I am. And in agreement we say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. We're going to do more of that longer in the workshop, so come and play. Anything that might have come up that you want to place on that prayer field, you can put on your spiritual connection card, right? This is our affirmation for today. Can we know this together, please? I am open to the flow of divine ideas. I am creative, and so it is.
I see the vision. I can see the vision for my life as I go within. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon in my life, and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon of my life, and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon, and a new day dawn, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon, and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon, and a new day dawns in me, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon, yes I do. I see hope on the horizon, and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. I see hope, yes I do. I see the vision, yes I do, and a new day dawns in me, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. I see hope on the horizon. I see hope on the horizon, and a new day dawns, and a new day dawns. And so it is.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Reverend Deanne. Lovely talk. And I'll be at that workshop today, which is my first announcement, Life Visioning Workshop this afternoon. Come, learn, lead an inspired life. We also have community small groups forming. As anyone remember last year, we had 14 groups, various interests gathered together. We have 5 or 6 at this point. We're still collecting interests if people want to bring forth a small group. I'm thinking of doing a laughter yoga workshop. That came to me today. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. See? All right, that's good. That's good. I think there's some resonance there. Thank you. So look forward to that. The Heritage Corner campaign is ongoing. We are raising money for our community by selling pavers that you can make a dedication to your family, to your friends, to loved ones, to the community itself. And there's a community paver honoring the ministers in this community. So give and get stoned. Okay. I don't know, that just came to me, but it's just... Okay. Now is shortly the ushers will come forward for our opportunity of giving and receiving. And there are many ways to give at Unity in Marin. You could leave money in my pocket. I'll make sure it gets to the church. Church Center app on your phone, QR code for those live streaming, giving envelopes in your bulletins, mailing checks to Palm Drive, 600 Palm Drive here in Novato, 94949. But mostly show up and let us know you're here. I'd love to meet new people in this community and connect with the friends that I have here already. The spiritual connection card, which you heard me tear off a little bit before. That is all part of the giving opportunity here at Unity in Marin. And our offering affirmation is, together, I am the power of abundance, giving and receiving gratefully. So please take a moment, hold your love offering in your heart, and your spiritual connection card, and your prayer request. And just know the radiant love that you are is extending out to all of us through your gifts here. Thank you. Would the ushers please come forward?
Okay, so this song, I wanted to correct what I had sent to the church. The song is actually written by transgender Reverend Roger Mapes, lovingly known as Reverend Yolanda, out of the East Coast, I believe. And it simply says, I am as God created me. And that's perfect, whole, and complete, right? Yes, yes? Okay, so in honor of Pride Month, I want you to sing along as you can catch on. I'm going to sing it slow to begin with, and then we're going to sing it a little bit faster. But sing it as you can catch on. It's kind of a chant. And so can you help me out with that? Yes, congregation choir. I know it's a singing church, so I'm not worried. Okay, so here we go. I am as God created me. I this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am, I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. All right, come on, church. We are all as God created us, one and all. Children of the Most High God, perfect and complete. Yes, yes. Here we go. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am, I am as God. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. We sing I am. I am whole and complete. I am perfectly made. I am a child of God. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am whole and complete, perfectly made. Yes, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am as peace, I am as peace made in me. I am a light in this world. I am as love, peace made in me. I am, I am, I am, I am as love, I am as love created me. I am a light in this world. I am as love created me. I am, I am, I am, I am, I am whole and complete. I am perfectly made. I am a child of God. I am, I am, I am, I am as God. I am as God created me. Thank you. I am as God created me. I am, one more time. I am as God created me. I am a light in this world. I am as God created me. I am, I am, I am. Yes, yes.
Thank you. I am. All right. We have a concert on Wednesday, Americosmos with Matt Venuti. There's a little video, I believe. Wow. Holy cow. Let's kill it. Wow. Let's come out on Wednesday night. Whew. Whew. All right, where are we? I got to ground myself a little bit here. Discussion circles are forming. This is going to be interesting. Starting next Sunday, there'll be a small informal gathering out in the courtyard. You'll see people gathering. I believe Tom Brown, you'll be leading the one here. And then Corey Beadle is going to be leading one online. And this is for an opportunity to get together after the service and just to converse about what you heard during the service and share and get to know people. So I'm happy that that's being formed. We always do well as a community in our small circles. So please join us here and online as well. Thank you.
Once a month,
Oh, there it is.
online, go to the next slide is for the online group, and that's going to be meeting the second Sunday of every month, about 15 minutes after service ends, and that's starting July 14th.
There you go. Okay. Now, guest speaker Cindy Acker, Dr. Cindy Acker will be speaking on Juneteenth on the 23rd. That's 2 Sundays from today. And then we have a wonderful opportunity on the last Sunday of the month with Reverend Linda Martello-Whitsett, who co-wrote the book with Reverend Deanne. And she's going to be talking about what is your superpower? And that's right here in the sanctuary. And then Linda Anderson. Linda Anderson, has anyone seen Linda Anderson in the house? Please stand up, Linda. Linda. Linda's leading a monthly prosperity co-creator circle. Only do this if you want to change your life, okay? Please. Because you will manifest your vision. I've seen it happen with many people that she's worked with for many years. So truly, only show up if you want to change your life for the good. And then would the Unity and Marin prayer chaplains please rise? Look at these beautiful souls. Oh my goodness. And don't we love getting that monthly call from them to remind us how wonderful we all are and how loved we are? They do such a brilliant job. Thank you, chaplains. Please seek a chaplain out after service here in the sanctuary for an opportunity to pray with them and to find spirit and love and life active right here. And now, the children. Maybe the children. The children!
We have a blessing that we do for the children, so I'm going to invite everyone to stand. We're going to extend our hands and our hearts. We are embracing those that are here, the children that we are, and the children of the world, as we know together, you are the perfect expression of divine light. We love you exactly the way you are, and so it is.
And now let's do the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. Thank you. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for our musicians and our children. And now it's time for our community song.
Backed by popular demand. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude above, gratitude beyond, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for all. I'm so grateful for me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Happy Sunday, everybody. See you in the courtyard for potluck hospitality.